Hi there, welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. I'm doing a reading for Aries, and I am going to smudge the area, smudge myself and the decks. I think I'm going to start putting those little time thingies on so you guys can skip all of this. But I do like to, I don't know, maybe I should take it off of the videos, right? And do this privately and just get going. It's almost like being at the dentist, and you know how they unwrap those fresh tools for you so that you know that they're clean and you know that they have been sterilized. I kind of think this is good because you don't want to pick up other energies, and smoke is a very good cleanser of residual energies. And there's different types of smoke and different types of I would say different grades, levels. And so for this series of readings, I'm using the Tattoo Tarot by Megamunden. It's a Marseille style deck, so the pips aren't quite as illustrated as the major arcanas. But nonetheless, it's a nice deck, shuffles really nicely. And let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, some people might not like the shuffling. I love the way it sounds. I like to shuffle. I love to shuffle cards. I can do that cool little bridge thing. And, but I can't do that type of shuffling with these cards. These tarot cards are just way too big. So I do it with playing cards. I do the bridge and it just feels so good. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, Aries, let's see what we have for you today. Okay. Two of Wands, the Chariot, Four of Wands. Okay, so lots of actionary cards here. Chariot is about action. It's a Cancer card. Okay, so let's see. You have you've got something started here. You are sort of bringing something into fruition. You're thinking about something, you're excited about something, you've already started moving on it. You're gathering the resources that you need here with the Chariot. But with the Four of Wands here, there's sort of some kind of dissatisfaction, I want to say. Four of Wands is that that card, the card of like some people call it the wedding card. So, and with it being reverse here, I'm just showing some dissatisfaction, and I don't know if that's coming from you or if that's coming from the party, another party that's involved in what you're doing, or maybe somebody outside of this project. I had to grab a quick sip of tea. I don't want my tea to get too cold. Okay, so I'm going to use the Tarot of the Abyss by Tourian, and we are going to dissect this a little bit, try to get a little bit more understanding on what is going on here. You know, as many times as I've been shuffling this way, I don't know when I started doing this 4-point tap, tap, tap thing. But sometimes I just don't get it right. And then I have to do all these hand gymnastics and getting it so that I can shuffle it. So I think this I'm pretty sure this 4-point came from honoring the 4 directions. So, okay, let's see what we have. Two of Wands. Let me move this out of the way. I changed my little setup here, and I'm not quite sure I like it. I kind of miss my tapestry. I do like this here. This is pretty. But I think I missed my tapestry. It looked like it was fading in the sun. I have my window, this is my windowsill facing north outside my backyard. And I just felt like my tapestry was losing some of the vibrant colors because it was sitting in the sun. So, I don't know. I might have to bring it back, figure something out. So 6 of Swords in reverse, Knight of Pentacles, and 3 of Swords. This deck has 2 3 of Swords. The typical RWS is that the 3 of Swords with the heart, the heart with the 3 of Swords being stabbed in it, meaning heartbreak. But on a Tourian, and I agree, you know, 3 in numerology is about creation, you know, and the sword suit is about the mind, the mental. And so what this card means, this particular card, this particular illustration, is that you are gaining information, you know, taking that information and putting it into your head, right? You see all this letters flying into his head as if they were birds. And that's sort of closer to what numerology is too, because it's a creation. It's bringing 1 and 2 together to make 3, right? The Holy Trinity. And so I like this second depiction, and honestly I have this other card in the deck still, so there's actually 2 different sets of cards with 2 cards, if that makes sense. So instead of this being a deck of 78, it's a deck of 80. Okay, so let's see. So you are putting a lot of work into the project, right? You're trying to get this project going, get it going off the road. And you're gathering the necessary information that you need. So you're gathering all of your resources. However, with the 6 of Swords here in reverse, and this is kind of moving on to better things. Like you're not really okay, let me rephrase that. So it being in reverse, I think you are not moving on to better things. I think you're staying quite where you're at, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But with this 4 of Wands in reverse over here, that is, like I said, some dissatisfaction. So I want to say maybe your head is in the clouds with this. I mean, you're working, gathering the necessary resources to get this project going. So let's see what the Chariot has to say. Temperance in reverse, Death in reverse, and 4 of Cups. So 2 major arcanas in reverse. Let me grab another little sip. Okay. I click my lips a lot, and that is one thing I noticed in posting these videos is I do that a lot. And also, something that I wasn't quite aware of until, you know, like 10 years ago, but I roll my eyes like so much. And my mom used to get mad at me when I was younger. Why are you rolling your eyes at me? I am not rolling my eyes. And I mean, I think it's just something, it's like a habit, I guess. I don't know. And I pass that down to both of my daughters because they roll their eyes a lot, and then I call them out on it, and they're like, I am not rolling my eyes. So, I digress. I am really going to try to stop clicking my lips because I don't think it sounds really good on video. Especially if you're listening on headphones, right? Those little subtle nuances will make you click off of a video. So I'm going to practice not doing that. Let me take another drink of tea and I will not click my lips. There we go. Okay. Okay, so with the death in reverse, there's a resistance to change, right? Death is about that ever-changing cycle, not necessarily a bad thing, but perhaps this resistance of going forward and not wanting to change. Temperance here is about melding two different things together, right? Um, Bringing two items together, and also the chariot is about bringing two things together, and you know, bringing harnessing these opposites here, this black horse and this white horse here. You know, he has harnessed them. He has like, hey, I have you under control. We are both going forward. This guy is a little angry about it, but this guy seems to be okay. But you know, he's got them. He said we are going forward, and you know, whether you like it or not. And so temperance is also a card of bringing two things together and creating something beautiful about it. So while you're moving forward, there's the click, I'm sorry. So while you're moving forward, um, with these two opposite energies here, they're not quite, they're not quite meshing, I guess you could say. Yes. And I think you're having a hard time seeing that it's not doing that. Like you want them to go together so badly. You want this to work so badly. And you know, that's the job of the chariot, getting two things who, you know, who generally don't want to work together, but getting them to mesh, right? But sometimes it just doesn't work, you know. The Four of Cups is a card of complacency, I guess. So we have here, this tree is offering him this. He could care less, you know. He's just worried about these cups down here, and he could care less about this offering. So what I feel is that you might not want to be putting all your energy into trying to make this work, right? And I think that will bring about a little bit more happiness for you. Okay, so let's read on this Four of Wands here. Two of Wands in reverse. So we have the Two of Wands upright here. Strength in reverse. And King of Cups in reverse. Okay. Let me grab a little bit more. I guess I don't have to tell you guys when I'm going to drink tea, right? Okay. Yes, I know. So this situation here is not working, and I think it's going to break you down. I think all of the work, time, and energy that you've put into bringing this to fruition, your project, whatever it is that you're so passionate about, I think it's going to wear you down. You're just going to get tired of pushing forward, you know, trying to mix that oil and water, trying to turn gold into lead. Okay, the other way around. Trying to turn lead into gold. And it's going to break down this project. So I think it's really telling that here you have it upright and you're working on it. You're putting your time and energy into it, but here at the end with the unhappiness, it's reversed, and the strength card being reversed too. I mean, you're just going to lose that tenacity. You're going to, and then it's not going to feel good, right? You're King of Cups in reverse. This guy's in charge of his emotions, and that could send you down a spiral. And we want to avoid that. Okay, Aries, I know you're very headstrong and you're that fire sign. You know, you get things going, you love to get things started, but sometimes things are not meant to be finished, or, you know, they can't be finished. And sometimes things just don't work out. So we've got to cut our losses. And That's what I see here for you, Aries. So you have a great week, and I will see you next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.